KV living large in London town. This one goes out to all of you who've DM'd me to first of all say thank you for the new channel, and that's my absolute pleasure. But secondly, to answer a very common question that's been coming through on diet. Some of you know that I'm writing a book at the moment. It's going to be my third book, and it's called Eat Like a Warrior. I'm going to give you some ideas from Eat Like a Warrior that are going to help you along, guys, okay? Point number one, cut out all commercialized sugar. Anything with white sugar, bin it straight away, okay? What the hell are we going to replace that with? Well, we're going to replace that with raw honey, molasses, dates, and things like that, okay? We can make some fantastic smoothies and fantastic cakes and desserts using those natural sugar derivatives, all right? So forget about the white sugar. Your body's going to treat it like a toxin. Whole books have been written by medical doctors on how sugar is a poison that can lead to cancer and a raft of other autoimmune diseases, okay? So cut out the white sugar as if it was the devil's dandruff itself. Point number two, and it's a very similar point to point number one, cut out all commercialized white table salt or iodized salt. Most people don't know the difference between salt and natural sea salt or natural pink Himalayan sea salt or mountain salt or rock salt. Basically, go for something that says pink Himalayan, sea salt or rock salt. That's the bottom line, okay guys? Cut out anything that says iodized salt or table salt. These iodized salts or table salts are made in a laboratory, and whilst they are chemically similar to the natural varieties I've mentioned, your body knows the difference between sodium chloride and sodium chloride, which is made by nature on this planet through millions of years of kind of chemical processes which contain enormous amounts of minerals that your body actually recognizes as something good. Obviously, you have to be sparing with the use of those as well, but clearly your body knows the difference, and a lot of water retention problems, illnesses, and issues to do with crystallization within the body can come back to that issue of iodized salt. Point number three, drink enough water, but don't go into overdrive, okay? If you're not used to drinking enough water, then build it in slowly. One great way to build water back into a diet is through the use of green tea and other kind of fruit teas and things like that, okay? I only drink mineral water, mainly from Italy or certain parts of France. Your body again knows the difference between water that's been through the system many times and filtered again and again and again through 7 different people in London by the time it gets to you. Clearly this contains microscopic amounts of carcinogens, toxins, but also a lot of hormones from various drugs, and I'm not going to go into detail because it's very grim, but just cut out tap water, drink enough mineral water. 8 cups a day is your minimum. Stick to that and get a reminder app on your phone or device that's going to build a habit for you on how to build that in. Point number 4, flour. Well, not all flour is flour. Not many people know that a lot of the wheat flour we have these days is commercialized. It's been genetically modified. It's sterile in its own right. The grains that you're eating are humongous compared to the little kind of grassy type grains that are in ancient wheats, and this is what leads to a lot of intolerance, gluten intolerance, and a lot of problems with irritable bowel syndrome or IBS, and all these kinds of issues come back to that point mainly. Try replacing those commercialized wheat grains with spelt, rye, coruscant, and a raft of other natural ancient grains which you can research and try to utilize. They do contain small amounts of gluten, so they're not appropriate for a highly gluten intolerant person. However, most of us seem to respond very, very well indeed to those natural grains as opposed to wheat. So far what we're doing, guys, we are going to cut out commercialized white salt. We're going to cut out table salt, and we're going to cut out wheat, but we're going to have ancient grain varieties instead. So you got 4 points straight there, okay? 5th point, similar to the first ones, oils. So we are going to cut out any kind of cheap and nasty factory produced oils, and instead we're going to replace that with extra virgin coconut oil in particular. Now make sure that you get the extra virgin variety because that contains a lot of extra nutrients and it's very good for your body. The body itself responds very well to extra virgin coconut oil in terms of reducing cholesterol and losing weight. It helps put the body into a ketosis type state, which you can research what I'm talking about there, excuse me, and what that means. But virgin coconut oil is definitely a panacea. It's the way to go. A lot of people with Parkinson's or dementia or even epilepsy respond very well to extra virgin coconut oil because it gives the brain in particular a completely alternative fuel source. So if anything to do with your health is due to the oxygen uptake problems within the brain and illnesses resultant, then try going for the extra virgin coconut oil. Dairy. This is the final point I'm going to give you today, the big bad issue of dairy, okay? A lot of people's health turns round overnight almost, well within a few days, when they cut out all dairy, all milk, all eggs, all cheese, all kinds of yogurts, anything to do with those products or the production using those products. And once you cut that out, a lot of phlegm within your system simply stops being produced, and this is why musicians, in particular singers, they cut out dairy because they find that their singing or operatic ability is just exponentially better. But for us mere mortals, cutting dairy out is going to immediately shed off a lot of weight, shed off a lot of kind of excess fat, subcutaneous layer fat, and you're going to look a lot leaner straight away. So if you're interested in looking better, just cut out the dairy. These days it's very easy because we've got the oat milk, the hemp milk, the soya, but stay away from soya if possible. The oat milk, the hemp, things like that, almond, hazelnut milk, which you can easily replicate instead of the milk products. So this is my advice really on how you can improve your health very dramatically, very quickly. And if you're already healthy, already going down the gym like most of us are, already partaking in martial arts or combat, make these quick little changes to your shopping basket and you'll see enormous changes straight away, guys. You'll see enormous changes straight away. I can give you that as a guarantee, okay? So this is Dave V. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and keep the questions coming. Live large, peace and love.